Hello YouTube, welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video is going to be a TTM Return video, our 41st TTM Return. TTM stands for Through the Mail Autographs. We send out cards and letters and stamps and all the things to our favorite athletes and celebrities, and we check that mailbox and see who we have. Today's video will be showing 3 returns. I have had them sitting on my shelf for a minute. Here we have a March 28th coming from San Diego. We have an April 3rd and an April 5th. So I'm a little behind on mail, which is a good problem, I think. And as we go in here, I'd like to show a couple cards here on the showcase wall here. Mr. Andre Dawson had him one of my very first videos. One of my most recent returns, Mr. Reed Ryan, son of Nolan Ryan, signed the 91 score highlight. I'm working on a Facing Nolan TTM project, and that's my most recent return. To this, beside Mr. Reed Ryan and Nolan Ryan, is a Jackie Robinson, courtesy of Scott at Reindeer Studios. Excellent looking card. And a Just for Fun, Mike Piazza Pinnacle The Naturals. It's got some pretty cool shine. Just a cool card. Thought I'd set it up there. Let's get into it. Coming back on March 28th, San Diego, California, Mr. Hall of Fame Walter Jones. I thought I'd stick in an NFL return since the NFL draft is coming up soon. A Hall of Famer, a first-round pick out of the Florida State University. Let's see who we have from San Diego. Sorry about that. I guess I didn't trim this one. I trimmed the other two, I think. I guess we'll find out when we get there. I was just about to say I don't open them. I usually trim the corners and then we see who's coming out of San Diego back on March 28th. I can see who we have. Wow. No way. This is Mr. Rick Meyer. And I'm a little shocked from the San Diego because I haven't sent anything to San Diego. I actually sent these just down the road here in Indiana. So something has changed with Mr. Rick Meyer, and that's okay by me. We sent him a classic card because he is that Notre Dame Golden Boy from way back. He was also the 2nd pick in the NFL draft. How about that? Wow, how about that? We got a Seattle draft pick on a return from another Seattle draft pick, Mr. Rick Meyer. He attended the high school that's about 20 minutes from where I am, and I just remember thinking, how cool is that? There's a guy that went to school. We pass his high school when we go to that town, and this looks really cool in that playoff. Golden Dome, class of 93. Wow, he signed all 5 of those. And in my letter, I usually say, hey, please feel free to keep these. Do you collect these? Do you collect your own cards? He did not answer the questions, which is quite all right. What a great return. He's just been out maybe over 2 weeks, I think. Wow, great start here. Mr. Rick Meyer, 5 of 5. Wow, that is a great start. Coming out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, if you see here, we've got an MLB card signed by Mr. Rob Manfred. And I found this photo of him at the draft. You can see with the Cubbies logo in the back. Let's see who's coming out of Milwaukee. Oh, wow, this is super cool. This is going to be the connection to my Nolan Ryan collection for this TTM. This is Mr. Bruce Fremming. He's an umpire, and he is the umpire that was calling his no-hitter in Houston. And I sent him a couple of Houston cards. Here he is, he signed the Astrodome. I found an old school Astro logo and he signed in the bottom using a ballpoint pen. I also signed sent him a 1981 because that was the year that it happened. He signed an 81 Topps checklist. Whoa, that's super cool. And a 1991 checklist because he was also the Dennis Martinez perfect game umpire. So I sent a couple cards that had some significance to his career, and he signed all 4 in ballpoint pen with his number 6 there. Wow, that is a super cool return. My first umpire, he is now since retired. Wow, that is super cool. Mr. Bruce Fremming, my first umpire. He is going to tie nicely, and we'll be revealing this down the road. We're still working on it, but my Facing Nolan project, trying to find different ways that different players, different people like the umpire. I also asked him questions. We're going to go with this Astrodome card to set him up here. Zoom out just a skosh here. Mr. Bruce Fremming, 4 of 4. That is a really cool return. Thank you, Mr. Fremming. Last return of our 41st return video is going to be coming out of Phoenix, Arizona. You can see here we got a Mr. Juan Gonzalez, a great TTMer. He signed all the cards we sent him also, and I chose this photo just for obvious reasons. Him crushing the ball in his bare hands like that. Pretty cool. Let's see who we have from Phoenix, Arizona. Got a little tear in the envelope here. Wow, this continues the Mr. Oh, wow. This is too cool. Mr. Tom Egan. And if you're wondering why, and actually 2 stories here. I went through my vintage cards, which is a pretty small stack, and I've watched this, and I've mentioned this several times, but this Facing Nolan documentary just got me thinking, man, I wonder if those guys sign. I wonder where they are. I wonder if they, would sign if I send them something. And he signed 4 of 4. He sent 2 cool Angel stickers. And again, if you're wondering what his connection is, well, he's one of the catchers that caught a no-hitter by the great Nolan Ryan, and somehow I had 2 cards of his 75 Topps, which is so bizarre. It's weird that I had 1 of his cards, let alone to have 2 cards. 1975, he was the catcher that caught the 3rd no-hitter. And if you've watched some of my past videos, I have a Mike Stanley who caught his final no-hitter in 1991. So this Tom Egan, he also signed 4 of 4. Wow, that is just a really cool ending to a really cool video. So, in recap, Mr. Rick Myers signed 5 of 5, the former Notre Dame star, went on to become the 2nd pick in the NFL draft. Mr. Bruce Fremming, Hall of Fame umpire, who was the umpire behind the plate when Nolan threw his no-hitter with the Houston Astros, signed 4 of 4. And Mr. Tom Egan, the catcher for the no-hitter number 3, back when he was the California Angels. So that is a great set of returns. And I just want to thank those athletes and all of the athletes that do this. We're very lucky. The athletes oblige our hobby here, and they're just great. So with a little bit of effort and a little bit of time, you send these out and you just wait, and it's super cool. So thank you to the athletes. Thank you for watching my 41st TTM return video. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.